Now, y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess, so let's get into it. What's going on, you guys? It's me, your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, okay? And this is going to be a supersized Yes for the Mess. Y'all haven't gotten no long Yes for the Mess with multiple topics in a while now, but that's what I'm here to give you guys today, okay? Today is Saturday. Hope you guys are having a great afternoon. I hope you guys enjoyed the influence with Reggie and myself. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys, enjoyed our banter. You see me and my cousin on the y'all seen him do the battle with Trina and Eve, the versus battle with the live that I did about that versus. Y'all saw him on there, and then he came on the panel as a pop-up guest. So now he's doing the influence with me, and we're hoping that you guys enjoy. We hope you guys tune in because it really depends on y'all on whether or not I bring it back or not. And it's going to be going on for 7 weeks. So yes, I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, now be on the lookout for Boys Night Out tonight. It's our season finale at 9:30, 8:30 Central Time. So be on the lookout for that as we close the chapter to season 2. Okay, all 5 of us will be present, and we are going to have us a great time. Okay, now without any further ado, let's get into what we got going on right now with today's Yes for the Mess. Okay, so we're gonna start off. Yes for the mess. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Wait. But yeah, so we're gonna start this Yes for the Mess off with something pretty light. And we're gonna start it off with Porsha Williams. Yes, we're gonna start it off with Porsha. Yes. Even though I had just said that I'm gonna try to stay far away from any Porsha topics, just due to the fact that I don't want that whole obsessed and angry and mad and all that other stuff type of label on me. We already know how I feel about Porsha. Y'all know that she ain't my favorite person. I mean, so I got to treat her like I treat Georgia Prune, which is Rashida, and that's to try to stay far away from any topic on her as possible. But I felt like this would be something good to talk about. Okay, so I guess Porsha was on a live. I don't remember what. I think it was Amazon Live. She was on there, and somebody asked her how she felt about the upcoming season 14 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and this is what Porsha got to say. I got the audio right here. I got my Bluetooth speaker ready, and we're gonna get into it right now. So let's get into what Porsha had to say about season 14. Let's get into it, y'all.
She says RHOA is not going to be the same without you. Well, that's good to know. I don't want it to be the same. I want them to do well, but I don't want it to be the same. I want to be missed. But I'm sure they're going to be good. I hear that it is going to be fabulous. It looks like they got a lot of drama, and I am excited for the girls. Keep it going, honey. I am not that one to be like, I'm not there, so I want you to crash. No, I want you to do well. And so I'm very excited for them all.
Let me just say, I wish her sister Nene had that same sentiment. Okay, so with that being said, that was what Porsha had to say about Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14. And like I said, I must tell y'all that was a great way to put it. Y'all know that I don't give Porsha props on nothing, but that was a great way to put it. At this point, like, let it survive, let it succeed. No, I'm not there, but just because I ain't there, that don't mean I want it to tank. Like, that don't mean I don't want it to do well. Like, no, I wanted to do well. I wanted to do the same things it was doing while I was there. I wanted to do well. I wanted to continue to thrive. Cause you never know. One day I just might come back to the show. And if it don't thrive, I ain't gonna be able to come back. So I'm glad that she said she don't want it to be the same way as it was while she's not there. She wants to be missed. That is a good way to put it, because some of these girls, i.e. Nene, because they're not there, they want the show to fail. Then they go back and they tell people, oh, don't watch the show. Don't watch the show. Don't watch the show. Don't support the show. Don't do nothing with the show. The show is horrible without me. Oh, I want it to fail. Don't watch the show. And I think that's a better way to look at it, especially when you did your own, when you're the reason for your own undoing, in my opinion. Okay. So at the end of the day, I am going to give Porsha her props on this. Shout out to her for just being humble about the situation. Ain't no need for you to want the show to fail just because I'm not there. You know what I mean? I want the show to continue to go on without me being there. The show was hot before I came here, and the show needed to be hot when I leave. And that's my whole thing. And I hate because one thing about it, these fans out here, they are really doing the most trying to compare these two shows together. Like, and when I say these two shows, I'm talking about they're doing the most by comparing Candy and the Gang to Porsha's Family Matters. They're doing the most by comparing the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills together and stuff like that. They doing a lot with that shit. And my thing about that is why I just don't understand why people are looking forward to Real Housewives of Atlanta failing. I just don't get it. It's like they try to pit any show that comes on Bravo against them. Like they already placed Potomac against them and try to make it seem like Potomac is this and that. When Potomac is good and all, but they don't have no iconic moments that stand the test of time like the Housewives of Atlanta do. Like the only thing that I can think of that really stood the test of time on Potomac is the Wendy Slither, Karen talking about Giselle's clothes, the binder, the fight with Candace and Monique. What else? Housewives of Atlanta got several moments that people still talk about. Like many moments. Like Phaedra lying about a due date at that dinner that Cynthia had at her house. That's one thing. Sheree tugging at the wig. The who gonna check me boo. The Candy saying I'ma drag you in this bitch. Porsha dragging Kenya across the stage. Cynthia karate chopping Porsha on the boat. It's a lot of memorable moments that we still talk about on the Housewives of Atlanta. I can't say that the Housewives of Potomac has those moments. I can't say that because it would be false. So I just feel like at this point, stop comparing these two shows together. Stop trying to make these women, because Beverly Hills ain't never been good to me. I'm sorry, but it ain't never been that good to me. And I was remotely interested in watching and reviewing it when Garcelle first came on, but even then it just could not catch my attention. But at the same time, I'm just not entertained by these white housewives like that. I'm not. Like in the past, I've tried to review the Housewives of Miami. I tried to review New Jersey. I've tried to review New York City, and it just didn't hit the same for me. So that's all I really got on Porsha. I'm glad that she made that statement. And I'm just glad that she wasn't bitter like her friend is, because her friend is most definitely fucking bitter. Okay, definitely bitter. Period. Okay. Now, what's next up? Now that I got that one out the way, next up is Mano. Okay, next up is Mano. Now, Mano was on Angela Flee's podcast called Lip Service, and I guess they was talking about sex. And Mano was talking about how he likes to play, in so many words, Harriet Tubman in the bedroom. And he got backlash from that. Straight up backlash from it. So I got an article here from Hip Hop DX where they discuss it. So we're gonna get into it right now. Let's talk about it. So the article reads, Maino made an appearance on Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast earlier this week and claimed that he liked role play as a slave when he's having sex with white women. Oh, I did not know that white women was okay, that's what it is. So then, before the bizarre admission, the Brooklyn bred rapper told Yee, I've never talked about this, then proceeded to describe his strange sexual fantasy. But according to Maino, it was all an act. After Maino started receiving backlash online, he and Jim Jones uploaded a video to the Dipset rapper's Instagram account and claimed it was all a hoax. I got the video right here, so let me play it real fast.
Y'all don't know. Y'all can't take a joke. You niggas can't take a joke. That's what I said. That's what I said. You niggas ain't got no sense of humor. I tell them. That's what I told them too. You niggas ain't got no. You don't like to play around. Well, I do. Was it a fantasy? Was it? It never happened. It was fantasy mode, like FanDuel, like fantasy football, like just maybe.
Mano raised a few eyebrows during the interview with Angela Yee, where he described in detail what he allegedly likes to do with white women behind closed doors. I like to play a runaway slave. I like to play a disobedient slave with a white woman, he said. You're going to act like you're the master's wife, and I just got whooped by master for eyeballing you, but the entire time you liked it. He added, it's all fantasy shit. It's in a fantasy world. Nobody's ever did it. So the other fantasy is them whipping me and them calling me a NIGGA.
What are you talking about? It did it for all them years.
Did you like that?
Huh?
No, what was the role play?
Yeah. The role play.
What was the role? This feels like it's gonna be so wrong.
It's so wrong. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've never talked about this.
Ah, shit.
I like to be like a runaway slave.
Okay, no. Maino. Oh, shit. Oh my god.
I like to play like a runaway slave.
Okay.
I like to play like a disobedient slave with a white woman.
So tell me like what you say. Yes, master. I'm sorry.
It's two of them. Like it's like me getting whooped, right?
You get whooped?
It's like I play like you whip it, but most of them don't want to play like that. This
yeah, I was gonna say, what white woman goes along with this?
They don't want to play like that. They don't. Okay. This is my. It's like, listen, you're gonna act like your master's wife.
And I'm the runaway.
And I just got whooped by Massa for eyeballing me. But the whole time you've been really. You like it. You've been eyeballing me.
Oh, this sounds like some freaky porn. I'm interested.
Right, this is some freaky shit. And then I'm gonna come all sweaty, right? Just finished getting whooped, and you're gonna say, "No, Billy Joe, no, Billy Joe, no." Massa's not gonna like it. He's not gonna like it. I said, "You know you want it." This is his own script. Yeah, his own script.
So white women have gone along with this and done this. He's speaking from experience.
Nobody really went along with it. Like I stood up on the wall and said, "Come on, let's act it out." And he was like, "Maino, are you crazy?"
What if they call you the N-word?
See, this is
because this comes with it.
This is where it goes deep. And this is where I'll probably be canceled after this.
You be like, don't say it. Go ahead.
I don't know if I can say this.
Say it.
I'm going to take Gigi's advice. This is really...
Say it. I want to know.
I don't know, because it's not right, though.
But this is fantasy stuff.
This is all fantasy shit, though.
Okay. In the fantasy world.
In the fantasy world, because of this, nobody's ever did it. Mm-hmm. So the other fantasy is that they whipping me and they calling me a nigga.
Why they don't?
Reactions were swift with comments ranging from Maino just set us back 400 years to Maino is about to be 49 years old telling us how he likes to act like a runaway slave with a white woman. It's probably the reason number 34 is that nobody I know listened to his music or ever. One person questioned why Maino was even being interviewed in 2022, writing, I feel like this the type of shit only gets shared on social media to influence negative thoughts about black men, because who is really thinking about Maino right now? Okay, you guys, so that was pretty much the story about Maino, and now he's responding saying that it was all a joke and that we're all being sensitive. Let me tell y'all something really fast before we even move on to the next story, because I don't want to stay on Maino for too long, because truth be told, I don't like Maino. I never liked him. I think that he's a cornball, I think he's a lame, and I think he's a bitch ass nigga. That's how I feel. You want to know why I feel like that? Probably, and I'm probably being biased on this, but I haven't liked Maino ever since that whole K. Michelle thing that him and Uncle Murder pulled with her, and this whole thing about her vagina smell and things of that nature, and he did all of that and made a joke about her and shit like that. So I've never liked him. I always thought that he was a cornball, and on top of that, I've never really cared for Maino. Being real, I've never cared for Maino at all. Just a lame ass nigga to me. I don't know why he felt like that was okay to tell. Why he felt like that was okay to say on a podcast. Because at the end of the day, you know what world we living in, and niggas will cancel you for shit like that. Let's just be real. Niggas will cancel you for shit like that, right? So my thing about the situation is, why you doing it? Like, why would you say something like that? That shit ain't even funny, my nigga. Like, it ain't even funny. So it's just like, You thought it was funny. You thought you was gonna get some laughs off of it. And you know, Angela Flea is stupid anyway. Y'all know I don't like her anyway. So it's kind of like they gonna laugh at you. They gonna give you the floor to say whatever you want to say and all that other stuff. But you just look stupid. Like, why even make slave jokes in the climate like this anyway? And then you included a white woman in it. And then when you get the backlash from it, you're going to turn around and get on the video with another lame ass nigga, Jim Jones, and sit up here and say, well, I know y'all not used to no joke. Y'all don't know how to joke. Y'all don't know how to. It ain't funny. That's why we not laughing at it, bro. It ain't funny. It's not funny. What did you think you was going to get from that? It wasn't funny. It just wasn't funny. And you just want to accept the fact that it wasn't fucking funny. It wasn't. It just wasn't. It wasn't funny at all. And now that he getting the backlash, now he want to sit up here and take it back. No, nigga, you keep that. You keep that. Because you knew exactly what you were saying when you were saying it. And you knew it, and you even said they probably gonna cancel me when I say this. You know what's going on. You already know how these people feel about shit like that. So why even say it? But people want some attention. People want to get that viral moment. And then when they get that viral moment that they're looking for, then they want to change up their tunes and say, well, that's not what I meant. That ain't what I said. I didn't mean to say it like that. That ain't what I was thinking about. Yes, the fuck it was. Yes, the fuck it was. Y'all, I do not like Maino. I'm sorry, but I don't. And this solidifies why I don't like his lame, corny ass. I do not like his onion built ass. I do not like Mano at all. I cannot stand Mano. He is such a lame ass nigga to me. Like, straight up. I just, not a fan. Not a fan. However, we're going to move on to Cash Out. Now, for those of you who don't know Cash Out, he had some song, and he had a song called Cashing Out. Came out back in 2012. And now he has been indicted on RAPE and trafficking charges. Okay? So this article comes from complex.com, and we're going to get right on into it, and then we're going to move on to Yaya. So let's get into it. So the article reads, Atlanta rapper Cash Out is accused of running a criminal enterprise and has been indicted on multiple counts of RAPE, sex trafficking, and racketeering. TMZ reports that the rapper, who scored a minor hit in 2012 with his track Cashing Out, and appeared as himself in the 2019 movie Uncut Gems, as well as 5 others, have been charged in a 41-count indictment that alleges RAPE, aggravated sodomy, I think that's how you pronounce it, child, human trafficking, and racketeering. Authorities have accused Cash Out of leading the criminal organization which forced women into prostitution. According to the prosecutors, Cash Out lured victims by exploiting his contacts in the music industry. The rapper is currently facing a 25 to life sentence behind bars. We've rescued 2 so far, says Fulton County Deputy District Attorney Arnell Winfrey. Some of these women are our most vulnerable women, and he lured them in, led them to believe that he cared about them and that he would take care of them, only to flip the script and then began to pimp them out. He's accused of, oh God, whipping a young lady who's a worker, who's a SEX worker, and this was one of the girls that he had recruited. In a statement on his Instagram stories, Cash Out appeared to address the allegations indirectly and says, the Lord says, I am the one who strengthens you. Why should you fear mortals who are no more enduring than grass? Have you forgotten the Lord have made you? He wrote, I know I probably read that shit wrong word for them. Those who are prisoners will soon be set free and be even more prosperous. I know I probably said that wrong too. Hashtag free Cash Out. The rapper previously pleaded not guilty, but the latest indictment adds numerous charges against him. And that was the article from Complex Magazine. All I got to say is this right here. It's funny when they get caught up in shit like this, like fucked up ass shit like this, then they want to call on the Lord for it. Like, yeah, you had a lot of fun doing what you doing and doing what you did do, but now you want to call in the Lord and put Bible scriptures and shit on your Instagram posts and stuff like that after you done pleaded not guilty and now you've been indicted. I wish I just when people be doing stuff like that and then they turn around and say, oh, I'm not guilty. I ain't guilty. I ain't guilty. I ain't guilty. You turn around and say you're not guilty only for you to be fucking guilty. Like, just be real and just own up to your shit. You know what the fuck you did. Just say you did it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get why people be doing stuff like that. Like, just own up to your shit. If you did it, you just fucking did it. And that's just basically what it is. If you did it, you did it. Like, just own that shit. If you did it, you did it. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, that is too much shit to be denying. That was an organized crime thing. You gonna say you didn't do it? Child, you know you did that shit, honey. You know you did it, honey. You know you did that. Cause ain't no way you could think you was gonna get away with some shit like that. And now you want to pray for God and put all these Bible scriptures up there and stuff. That's what y'all do when y'all get caught up. Honestly. That's what y'all do when y'all get caught up. And the only thing that I can say is my heart goes out to you in the shadiest way because you know, you knew what it was. You knew what you were gonna get yourself into when you decided to get into that world of crime and all that other stuff. Like you knew what it was. So, I guess, but it is what it is. That's all I really gotta say about Cash Out. Like, you do the crime, you need to do the time. That's all I gotta say about that, child. So we're gonna move on to poor Vera news, and that is Yaya Mayweather, who pled guilty for stabbing the mother of one of young boy Never Broke Again's children. First of all, that young boy, that NBA young boy, that boy right there is something serious with itself. And our young men are listening to that kind of music. I never understand it. But however, we got an article here also from complex.com, and we're going to get into it. So, Yaya Mayweather has pleaded guilty to the 2020 stabbing of LaPatra Lachey Jacobs, the mother of one of NBA YoungBoy's children. As reported by the Shade Room, Yaya appeared in court in Houston on Wednesday, where she pleaded guilty to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. According to the documents obtained by Complex, Yaya faces 6 months of probation for the assault, which could include community service, restitution, or a combination of the two. Mayweather, who was originally facing 20 years in prison for the crime, has a court hearing scheduled for June 16th. Mayweather's lawyer, Kent Schaefer, spoke with XXL on Wednesday about Yaya's plea. We resolved the case between Ayana and the state. The agreement calls for Ayana to be deferred a jurisdiction. No. What is it? Let me just say this. The agreement calls for Ayana to be on probation for a period of six years, which she will have no felony conviction and the case will be dismissed. She is eligible to have deferred education I can't pronounce it for nothing. That's why I said probation, but fuck it, I can't pronounce it. Have the deferred whatever that is to end after 2 years pending her good behavior. Back in April 2020, young boy and Jacobs were at his home when Ayana arrived at the residence. An argument ensued that eventually made its way to the kitchen, where Mayweather grabbed 2 knives. Jacobs reportedly stepped towards Mayweather, leading Ayana, rushing the woman with one of the knives. Jacobs told the police that she didn't feel the first knife stabbing her, but then Mayweather stabbed her with the second knife. Last February, Yaya's father, Floyd Mayweather, shared his thoughts on his daughter having a child with NBA YoungBoy in an interview that he's proud of them both.
I wanted to be Floyd Mayweather. That's what I really wanted to be. So I wanted to be flashy. So that moment, the big pivot moment, where you had boxing in the bag, and there was a whole nother side to it. What was that pivot moment that said, I can do this shit? Like, I am the show. What was that moment? I didn't understand, because when I signed my deal, I was only a teenager. When a teenager getting that type of money, you're a kid. You don't right. know no better. So with age, I grew, got wisdom, got more savvy, and understood the business part. And once I said, I'm no longer going to be just an athlete. I'm going to be a businessman.
I'm proud of my daughter, even though she's a little young to have a baby. She's 21 and she'll be 22 this year, but I'm proud of her. I'm proud of NBA YoungBoy. Very, very talented young kid. One of the biggest artists as far as in music. He got a cult-like following. I look at him just like one of my sons. I only want what's best for him, and I don't want him having beef with anyone. All I gotta say is money talks. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. Money talks. Cause how the hell does she go from a 20-year sentence to 6 years of probation? How does that happen? How does that happen? No, not 6 years, 6 months of probation. How does that even happen? Like I said, money fucking talks. I feel like her dad, this got her daddy written all over it. Cause how the hell is she able to get off like that? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't hating. Trust and believe me, I ain't hating. I just want to know how the hell was she able to get off on that? Because the future was looking very bleak for Miss Yaya. It really was because it looked like she wasn't going nowhere. It looked like she was going to jail. It looked like she was going to do a little bit of time. Not even a little bit. Half of her life was going to be placed in jail. But now she done got off and she got 6 months of probation. I ain't never heard of nothing like it before in my life. But hopefully this is a lesson to her because she was really finna spend half her life in jail for some rant, for some ugly, for oh God, I don't like to use that word, for some stupid ass nigga. Okay? Stabbing bitches over a nigga. Like, it's so stupid to me. It is. So I don't understand how she got off, but hopefully this is a lesson learned for her ass because she was really finna see some time. Like seriously, she was really finna see some time. Now we're gonna get into DaBaby. Now DaBaby was on a North Carolina property when a man was shot for trespassing. And this article comes from CNN. So we about to get into that right now, right here, right now. Hold on, y'all. So this is what the article says, okay? Now the article says rapper DaBaby was at a North Carolina home on Wednesday when a person trespassing was shot. The Troutman Police Department said a 26-year-old man allegedly climbed the fence surrounding the property, was shot, according to an incident report from the police department, but no charges were filed in the shooting as of Thursday night. According to CNN affiliate WSOC, the person was shot on a football field outside a mansion belonging to DaBaby, whose real name is Jonathan Kirk. Although police would not confirm to CNN that DaBaby owns the home, they said he was present when the shooting occurred. Troutman police did not release the name of the shooter. I can confirm that the shooter did not occur inside the residence and that Mr. Kirk was on the property. Police Chief Josh Watson told CNN in an email. Watson said the investigation is an ongoing status. He was not able to provide any further information. Around 8 p.m. Eastern Time Wednesday, police arrived at the residence and found a man suffering from a non-threatening gunshot wound, TPD said in a statement. The victim was transported by MES to a medical facility to treat his injury, the statement said. A manager for the rapper declined to comment on Thursday. The eighth time Grammy nominated rapper is a North Carolina native. DaBaby made headlines last summer when he made false and disparaging comments about gay men and HIV during a performance in Miami. The comments were quickly condemned by fans, LGBTQ plus groups, and other celebrities, including Elton John, Dua Luke, I don't know how to pronounce that girl name, and Madonna, and DaBaby later apologized. The town of Troutman is located 35 miles north of Charlotte. In so many words, though, they say that DaBaby, they won't say who shot him, and they won't say DaBaby name. But all they know is that DaBaby is that was DaBaby's house, basically. It was DaBaby's house. And that's where the shooting occurred at. And DaBaby was trespassing. So DaBaby said on Instagram, um, I chose not to take a nigga life the other day and it felt great. Buddy ain't deserved to go. I stepped righteously. Heal up and live, my boy. Just don't bring your ass back. Okay. And I mean, hey, only thing that I can say is this right here because um I'm not gonna condemn him for that. You know, I can condemn DaBaby for a lot of things, but my thing is if you're on somebody's property trespassing, then you can't get mad when somebody shoots your ass. If you own somebody's property and you're not supposed to do it, the person that owns that property that you're trespassing on has every right to do whatever the hell they want to do to you. Period. Ain't no telling what you're trying to do to them. Ain't no telling if you're trying to break in their house. Ain't no telling if you're trying to kill them or something like that. Ain't no telling. So I really can't get mad at him for this. For this, though. For this. Because there's a lot that I can be mad at the bitch about, but I can't get mad with him over that. I can't. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So we're gonna move the hell on. Okay, we're gonna move on to Wendy Williams. Okay, as you guys already know, that Wendy Williams has been in the news quite a bit the last few months. Okay, she's been sick. She lost her reality, not her reality show. She lost the talk show, and they've replaced her. It's a lot that's been going on with her. Wells Fargo playing with her money. She's been going through a lot, but now, according to a Page Six article, Wendy Williams is ready to get back to work, child. So let's get into this. Okay, let's get into it. Now, where are we at here? Where are we at? Where are we? Okay, this is what it is. Okay, so Wendy Williams is revving up for her financial and TV comeback. All right, so we're gonna get right on into it right now. Let's get into it.
Wendy Williams is ready for her TV comeback. Kim Kardashian appears to have photoshopped Pete Davidson's face, and Al Pacino is dating Mick Jagger's ex, who's 53 years younger than he is. All that and more coming up next on We Hear Quick Fix. Hi, you're listening to We Hear Quick Fix. I'm Ian Moore. First up, Wendy Williams was overheard telling pals she's ready to make a big comeback on TV. Now, of course, Wendy Williams recently lost her show to Sherry Shepherd, who's taking over her time slot, while Wendy was battling health problems as well as various personal and professional struggles. We had reported she was even holed up in Miami, but she seems to be back in a New York groove. She was in the Big Apple on Wednesday night having dinner at Fresco by Scotto, and was overheard telling pals we hear that she's going to make a TV comeback as well as a financial comeback too. Sources spotted Williams chatting about the situation over dinner with financial expert and TV personality Baruch Shemtov at Rosanna Scotto's restaurant. A source exclusively told us Wendy was talking to Baruch about her situation with Wells Fargo, and she confidently said, "I'm getting my money back very soon." Wendy Williams has been involved in a lawsuit with Wells Fargo after the bank froze her accounts. But according to our spies, she's going to free up some cash. Meantime, after she gets the money back, we also hear she's eyeing a comeback on the small screen. Now, it's unclear if the comeback will be back on her eponymous show from Debmar Mercury. But either way, our source said, she's now back in New York for the foreseeable future and is planting roots back in NYC, so we'll apparently see a lot more of her. Up next.
Alrighty, and that was it on Wendy Williams. So apparently Wendy Williams is planning a comeback to TV, and she's planning a financial comeback as well. And all I gotta say about that is, I ain't mad, girl. Come on back and get your shit back. Now I don't know how the hell this gonna work, being that Fox already done took your show and they done gave it to Sherry Shepherd. So I don't know how this gonna work and how you gonna get back on TV or whatever. But do what you do. Like, I say go ahead and come back. I mean, you do good, but my thing is, I still feel like Wendy should just go into the podcast field. That's how I feel. Go into the podcast field and do that. You will do a good job at having your own podcast. You won't have to worry about too much. You can be free to say and do whatever it is you want to do and all of this other stuff. So that's it. You know what I mean? So all I can say to Wendy Williams is do your thing. Come on back. Get your spot back. Do what you need to do, and just show the people that you're ready to come back to work. That's it. I'm glad to see that she's doing well. I'm glad to see that she's ready to come back to work, and I'm glad to see that she's ready to take it all head on. You know what I mean? I'm just glad that she's ready, and she looks like she's okay. From these recent pictures that we've seen of her, she look like she's doing pretty good now. So if she's doing good, if she's very healthy, if she's able to work and get up and do what she needs to do, then I say let her go ahead and do that shit. For real, for real. You can't keep somebody down for too long. You know what I mean? When they ready to come back, they ready to come back, and that's it. And it's that on that. And what? Facts on facts. Okay. Now we're gonna get into this last story of the day, which is the main story. And that is Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Now, as you guys already know, there have been some stories buzzing around since the beginning of the week saying that Rihanna and ASAP Rocky have broken up, okay? And then there was some rumors coming out saying that is a lie. And then the neighborhood talk posted some shit about a person coming out saying that they started the rumor that they was broken up. So we're gonna get into the original story, okay? Because I'm on TMZ's website. We're gonna get into the original story, and then we're gonna get into the updated story too, okay? And then we're gonna go over here to neighborhood talk and get the statement from the person that said that they made up the rumor, okay? So without any further ado, let's get into our last story of the day, okay? Now, there's a story buzzing around that Rihanna and ASAP Rocky split because he cheated on her, but a source directly connected to both artists who has a regular interaction with them tells TMZ that neither the breakup claim or the cheating is true. The story that's circulating claims that Rihanna called it quits with ASAP after she caught him cheating with shoe designer Amina. Amina does have a connection to Riri. She's a shoe designer for Rihanna's Fenty brand. Our source first said 100% false on both counts, then added 1,000,000% not true. They're fine. Worth noting that yesterday, as the rumor was bubbling up, Amina reposted recent pics of Rihanna out and about in West Hollywood. That would have been odd. Would have been an odd move if she was really cheating with ASAP Rocky. As you all know, Rihanna is pregnant with ASAP's baby. Unclear when she's due, but based on pics, she seems to be far along. She's on the cover of Vogue this month, and in the issue, she gushes about ASAP and their relationship. The couple got together back in November 2020, and they had been friends for years before hooking up. Now, there was an update at 10:26 a.m. Pacific, and Amina had addressed the rumors, and she said, "I've always believed that an unfounded lie spread on social media doesn't deserve any response or clarification, especially one that is so vile. I initially assumed that this fake gossip fabricated with such malicious intent would not be taken seriously. However, in the last 24 hours, I've been reminded that we live in a society that there is so quick to speak on topics regardless of factual basis, and that nothing is off limits, not even during what should be one of the most beautiful and celebrated times in one's life. Therefore, I have to speak up, as this is not only directed towards me, but it is related to people that I have a great amount of respect and affection for. While Ree is continuing to live her serene, best dressed pregnancy life as I go and mind my business, I wish everybody a beautiful Easter weekend. Okay, now let me go over here. Now, this is a man who started the rumor about ASAP and Rihanna, okay? I think he is the one. I think this is his name. I really don't want to say his Twitter name. I don't want to say it. But this is what he said. He made a post on Twitter saying, "Hi all, so I'd like to address the situation. Last night I made a dumb decision to tweet some information that I had received. I'm not going to talk about sources, blame others for a discussion that was started, etc. because at the end of the day, I made the decision to draft that tweet, press send, and put that out with my name on it. So I like to formally apologize to all parties I involved with my actions and for my reckless tweets. I fully accept the consequences of my actions for my tweets and any harm they cause. I have no excuses for them. I've been too wrapped up into Twitter drama and unfortunately leaned into being messy as a brand, which is something going forward I'm going to move away from. I'm going to take some time away from Twitter to figure out what that looks like and how can I start using my platforms better, as I've gotten away from using them for more positive work. Again, I apologize to them for this unnecessary drama." Mm. Wow. Okay. So, first of all, I'm glad that ASAP and Rihanna are still together. I actually like them together. Okay, I do. Riri and ASAP are a cute couple. They are. They're both talented people. Now, I don't think too much of Rihanna singing. I don't. But, ASAP is a good rapper and he fine to me. But other than that, they're beautiful people, beautiful couple. Probably gonna have a beautiful baby too, right? So I was a little perturbed when I heard about the rumors about Rihanna and ASAP Rocky earlier this year. I was a little perturbed because I'm like, now, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just saying to myself, why are we doing this? Like, why can't we have a beautiful couple that's in love and not hear no bad shit about them? You know what I mean? It's like, it just took me to a time where I was just like, I'm not looking at them as couple goals, but I like to see people happy. Like, I like to see relationships and people just being happy and in love and be blissful and be blessed and shit like that. I like to see that. So when I was seeing these rumors out there about them, I I was like, why? I was really pissed off and upset and everything. I'm like, but why though? Like, why he going out here cheating on her and doing all this crazy stuff? That ain't no good look. Why would you do that to her? That's the time I was on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the time I was on with that, right? So I was pissed off for a minute. I was like, why are you doing that to her? That ain't cool. Why are you doing that? But when I heard that they were all false, I'm like, okay, so they false. But then, we hear that this nigga then came out and did some dumb shit. This nigga then came out and said that he knew it was false. He then came out and put out this rumor and stuff like that about this woman and her man, and saying that they ASAP cheated on her and all this other stuff. First of all, if you don't have real sources, and if your sources is not on point, then you need to get your sources together before you try to put out a story. You knew what the fuck you were doing when you tweeted the shit. That's number one. Number two, the only reason why you apologizing is because the people are coming for your ass. And on top of that, we see that the shit is not true, and that the woman that you tried to pin as a side chick that came out and rectified this shit. If nobody never would have corrected you about nothing, you never would have came out and apologized. We're talking about, I fell into this brand being messy. You ain't falling to nothing. You knew exactly what you were doing when you put it out there. So stop it. Okay, just stop it. Just move on with yourself and just say, yeah, I fucked up. I put out a false rumor about somebody. It wasn't true. I knew what I was doing, and that's just facts on facts. Now I feel crazy now because it's not even true. And I didn't even get to, it's not true. I didn't even go back and look at my sources, or look at this or look at that. No, you didn't. That's the point. You didn't. So now you looking dumb and you looking crazy now. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got nobody but yourself to blame for that. Period. Facts on facts. That's it. And that's all I can really say about that situation, because you made yourself look completely stupid in that particular situation. You knew that shit was dumb, but you did it anyway. You did it anyway, bro. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And now you want to apologize. But all I gotta say is I'm glad that Rihanna and ASAP are doing okay. I'm glad that their relationship is still going strong. And that's all I really got on that. So before we get up out of here, let's get into what Scotty by Nature TV has coming up on the platform. Let's get into it, y'all. And the Whether You Like It or Not panel will be returning on May the 2nd, and it will be coming on at 9:30, 8:30 Central Time, starring Scotty by Nature TV, giving you the real tea, Josiah's World TV, y'all critiques, Really Be TV, and Simply Sakina, okay? We will be doing this panel every single week, and it will be a rotating panel, okay? It's a rotating panel, so it'll be on my channel, it'll be on Terrence's channel, it'll be on Josiah's channel, Ya's channel, Really Be channel, and Sakina. All six of us have agreed to do a rotation, so everybody's going to get a bag. Every single person will get a bag off this panel, period. Some of them got a bag last time, but Sakina and Yah didn't want to do the rotation. They didn't really want to do it, but now that everybody has agreed to doing it, so make sure y'all subscribe to all six of us so you can get that Whether You Like It or Not panel every week. Okay, the influence came out already, so be on the lookout for that every Saturday for the next few weeks. And Who Was Wrong comes out on Sunday, which is tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that on Sunday at 11 o'clock, 10 a.m. Central Time, okay? And also, Boys Not, oh, I already talked about Boys Not Out. I'm sorry. Roasted Review comes out every Wednesday where we roast a review Love and Marriage, Charlottesville, and Candy and the gang, okay? And Bad Boys LA panel with me and Maddie and Jamar also comes out every Monday, period, all right? So with that being said, you guys, your boys out of here. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops, as well as follow me on social media. My Twitter and my IG will be down below. And if you want me to follow you back on Instagram, all you got to do is hit me up in the DMs with the hashtag Mr. Team Scotty, baby, and I will follow you back, all right? With that being said, you guys, your boy is out of here until my next video. I will holler at you guys later. Peace out.